Guys, today will be a very interesting topic to discuss. Every time when I talk about it on stream, chat activity go like crazy. And yes, it is pay to win topic. If Albion is pay to win or not, I will talk about monetization and in general my thoughts about it, how it affecting our game, how it might affect other games. And by the way, if you have something to share, your thoughts, feel free. I would love to read what you think about the whole perspective of pay to win. What is this? Is Albion pay to win or not? Agree, disagree? Leave your comments in a comment section below. So get some coffee, tea, and we're gonna start. But before we start, sponsor of this video. Dragon Raja, biggest update ever, drops on August 21st, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Meet the brand new class, Performer. Master the yo-yo as a deadly, agile weapon, flipping between style and power in a whole new way to fight. Grab your friends for the new expedition, Everblaze Dungeon, supporting up to 10 players and packed with intense teamwork and strategy. You can personalize your fashion with a custom accessory system, modify accessories to fit your own unique style. During the update event, choose one of the 7 outfits and keep it forever, free. And in the live makeover collaboration, get an exclusive outfit and special motor, also free. With new servers launching, this is the perfect time for both newcomers and veterans to jump in. Dragon Raja deliver a newbie-friendly world, insane freedom and jaw-dropping graphics, now with more ways to play than ever. Download today using the link in the description and join the adventure. Dragon Raja, new class, new dungeons, new style. August 21st, see you there. Is Albion pay to win or not? There are two sides of the coin, and both parties are correct. People who say Albion is pay to win and people who say Albion is not pay to win. The problem is in perspective and definition of this term. Because one group of people, when they say pay to win, Albion is pay to win, they mean one thing, and people who say Albion is not pay to win, they mean completely another. People who think that Albion is pay to win, they perceive any kind of monetization in video games. And like, it doesn't matter. Is it you are paying for progressing your character? If you can buy in-game currency, even sometimes when you buy vanity that do not affect the game, or if it requires some kind of even subscription to play the game, they still think it is pay to win. So if it's not free, if you not get anything for free, only in-game, via in-game methods, it's pay to win. Then they have different levels who think that Albion... I'm talking about the group of people that think that Albion is pay to win and using the same logic towards other games. Then this type of people, and again, maybe you are one of them, have different level of acceptance. What kind of level of pay to win is acceptable personally for you? There is an acceptable level, like a small one, okay, it's like a small progression type of pay to winning, then there is a hard. A good example is Diablo Immortal, when even if you will swipe like few $100s, you will not be able to catch up with whales that spent thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. It will be just impossible. So yeah, there are different levels, but fundamentally any game will be pay to win. But very often this group of players think that certain games are not pay to win. As an example, they talk about, let's say, World of Warcraft, or Final Fantasy, or even New World. But technically, they are. Well, okay, in New World of Warcraft, maybe it's not the best example from my side, and when people bring it as an example, because you still can buy World of Warcraft tokens. But in games like New World, Final Fantasy, even Guild Wars, you cannot buy like in-game currency, you cannot skip your progression, but you still can pay for advantage. Even if not directly in a store, you still can pay it. And you might not like this, what I'm gonna say, but it's a black market. Well, Equart. Black market, it's of course black market, yes. Via black market, you can buy literally everything. Like from character progression, items, you can buy access to raids, dungeons, best gear, best in slot gear, literally everything. Why I think it doesn't matter is pay to win in the game will be officially in a shop or via black market. Why does it matter? Because result matter. When you're gonna find someone in a video game and he gonna kill you because of he got better gear, better equipment, better level in the mmorpg, it doesn't matter how he got it. He got it like what is matter is results. It doesn't matter did he buy it officially or not officially. He paid, he win. And many people who think that Albion is pay to win do not take this into account when they are giving it as an example other games. They just do not take it into account. That's my perspective on things, yeah? And very often, this group of players think that Albion is pay to win because you can buy progression, yeah? You can skip progression, you can buy gear, buy silver. I know that lots of veteran Albion players obviously know that it's not the case. It will not give you like such an advantage and will not allow you to win, yeah, actually win. But for these players, these people, it doesn't matter because you pay money, you get advantage, and that's all. That's not even in their heads something to discuss. If you pay money, you're winning. All I'm asking you, to this group of players who think that Albion is pay to win, accept reality. And if you think Albion is pay to win, then accept a simple fact, from my perspective, that any game ever existed, mmorpg, is pay to win. Then it all depends on the levels, because you will have probably levels of pay to win, acceptable level of pay to win, not acceptable pay to win. Is it only pay to progress, small one, which also very often these people call it pay to win. Accept the fact that everything is pay to win. And then I will understand your point of view. Then it's completely fine. Then there is another side of definition of pay to win. For me, personally, pay to win in a game, it's not about monetization. Monetization can be whatever. It's a business at the end of the day. For me, win part, win part is very important. If you can actually win by swiping, then yes, the game is pay to win. Let's take an example as Albion, yeah? In Albion, if you're gonna swipe, you're gonna just speed up your leveling process and get to the level of any other player, and that's all. Swiping for gear would not help you. Like, it would not. Again, if you do not agree with me, please be my guest, go in comment section below and explain me why I am wrong. I have never seen in the last like 8 years of playing the game, even one player that was able to actually win by swiping. All I have seen is players that swipe into in video games, like in Albion, especially no video games, there's so many of swipers, but specifically about Albion example, I have seen swipers, whales, that were trying to invest an insane amount of money, and they mostly were leaving the game because they could not dominate like any other game. The reason why it is happening and why Albion is not affected, its monetization is not affecting like pay to win aspect, and in general why it's not a problem, because how the game is built. This game is built around full loot system, and it is very important, and low entry barrier. I would agree with you that Albion would be pay to win, and any other game is pay to win, even if you pay for progression, only if entry barrier. What do I mean by entry barrier? It's amount of time that you need to spend playing a video game to make your character playable and participate in most of the content that you want to participate, like high-end content, something like this. If it takes, let's say, half a year or like 3-4 months to get your character to a playable state, and you can swipe, basically pay money to skip all this progression, then yes, this is also I would consider as pay to win. But in case of Albion, we are talking about our game that we play, it's not the case. You can make playable character like 100 specs in one day. It's nothing. Of course, yeah, you need to grind like for 10 hours per day, but it's possible. You don't need to invest any money except premium. That's all. And the main argument that I have is that even if you pay, you will not be able to jump over your head. You will always be like, no matter how you're gonna swipe, you're gonna be like majority of all veteran players. Albion was pay to win, by the way. I'm gonna give you an example on official launch of new fresh servers. Asia, it was tough. it was really pay to win, because progression during that period of time when these servers existed actually matters, and you could get 8.3 set and dominate in mist content, in open world, literally everywhere, and you could get it if you pay enough, like everywhere. Like on day 2, day 3, people were crafting 8.3, 8.4 sets, which is, yeah, it would cost you insane amount of money, but it was possible. So only Albion was pay to win when it's the start of the server. When server is already established, like what we have right now, NA, Asia, EU, it doesn't matter. You will not be able to jump over someone's head. You're gonna be always on equals, no matter what kind of content we are taking as an example. And if, let's say, you have an argument, okay, but Swiper can get 8.3 set and dominate. No, he can't. He cannot, guys. Swiper will not dominate with 8.3, even if he has my maximum specs set itself. No. Okay, he will be able to kill some 6.0 guys. But will you consider this actually a win scenario when this 6.0 guy gonna die in the same way to 5.1, to 6.1, and he gonna die anyway, he lose nothing? You as a swiper of 8.3 gonna be, yes, I killed a 6.0, and after that losing your set to a normal player or being rated because of lack of experience, lack of knowledge. Once you're gonna die, it's GGVP. You are losing like hundreds of dollars. Yeah, if you're gonna swipe non-stop on 8.3 and 8.4. We had some swipers in Albion, and we were sharing some screenshots on stream, like through all our last few years, when people, like, clearly it's a swiper. You check his kill bullet, and there is one death in 8.4. Like, he's making kills on 5.0, 5.1 guys, 6-7 kills, and then he's dying. He is losing like 200-300 millions, earning like around 500-600k, and that's all. He keeps swiping. And if you will consider this a win, well, yeah, it is what it is. If you think it's a win, my point is, in Albion you cannot swipe to actually win. You can speed up your progress, and since entry barrier is low, it's not a big deal. But people from the first group that I described will still think that Albion is pay to win because you can pay money. And again, two sides, like I mentioned at the beginning, are correct. They are. First, we have different perspective of definition. In my example, how I think, pay to win, when win element play a huge role, yeah? Because I was playing so many video games, mmorpgs for the last 15-20 years, and I know what this pay to win is. I do remember this monetization, especially in Korean mmorpgs, old one, even a new one, with hidden monetization system, when you could not simply progress if you will not swipe money, or you could buy certain type of gear, accessories that are only available in a game shop that allow you to get certain advantage. Well, this one I think is pay to win. The rest, for me, it's just simple monetization. That's all. And for other people, like other group, any kind of monetization is pay to win, but there are only different levels. Which, again, I do understand it. I do understand this point of view, and it's logical, makes sense, but I do not accept it, guys. I do not. But again, if you have something to say, if you are not agree with me, with my point of view of my definition of pay to win, please let me know in comment section below. I would love to read what you think about it. And now let's talk about recent changes in Albion Online. Why, in general, I decide to make a video about this hot pay to win topic, and if Albion is pay to win in some people's eyes or not, is because changes to monetization. Not exact like drastic changes to monetization, but now it is possible to buy learning points from a shop. And it confused lots of players, lots of people, especially group of casual players. And let me explain. First of all, obviously, for a casual player who just play the game, it might look like a bad sign. Let me explain you why it's not so bad, or not bad at all, in my opinion. So now you can swipe for learning points. What learning points gonna give you? Learning points can speed up your leveling process, gathering, crafting, even combat, yeah? It will speed up it drastically. But the thing is, it was always possible with the previous monetization, like we had before. I mean, gold. If you wanted to level up crafting, you just buy gold, buy items, learn them, and basically by swiping in a video game in Albion, you just level up your crafting. Gathering, the same. By gathering tomes. That's all. The reason why SBI, and actually it's a very smart move, implementing learning points into the game, is to make one more option for swipers and reason for swipers to swipe. Because these methods that I described previously, yeah, it's a lot of work, and new whale, new swiper, people who swipe with credit cards, will not know that, yeah. He's too lazy to buy gold and go on market, then buy the tomes, then clicking on these tomes. It's much easier to buy just learning points, activate one button, and that's all. And you slowly will progress your character, so much faster will progress your character. That's all. It's like quality of life feature for people who swipe in Albion Online. That's all. And some concerns. People say, okay, now with learning points, there'll be so much crafters, not crafters, maybe even crafters, gatherers, that it will affect prices on regular items in Albion Online. It will cause inflation only because now we can get this learning points. No, it will not. You really think that new player who is ready to swipe, let's say $200-300, will swipe for these learning points, will go and intentionally level up, gathering and gather tier 8 resources, and somehow will affect in-game economy, such huge in-game economy like in Albion Online? Fuck no. Man, I was on Iron Man playing Albion, and I could not find tier 7 resources. Resources itself in open world is limited. So it doesn't matter how many people gonna have the specs. Amount of resources in Albion is limited. They have their own respawn timer, and you cannot do anything with this. And okay, let them level up. Let these new players who are ready to swipe to get to faster to the same level as veteran players. Okay, it will not take 2-3 months. It will take 1 month for them to level up, gathering professions that do not affect combat at all. And why I say combat? Because that's the main thing in Albion Online. That's what determines pay to win for me. Albion is a PvP game, and if somehow swiping affects other players in PvP, then it's a problem. But it do not. Again, if you do not agree, type your thoughts in comment section below. Would love to argue with you in a civil way, guys, in a civil way. And if also you want to argue with me on stream, please come join my Twitch Equart. Right now I'm taking a small break, vacation. So yeah, something like this. So at the end of the day, Albion is alright. Albion is fine. There is no problem. Albion is not dying. Monetization, it's not killing the game. Everything is good. So if you're a new player and was afraid that Albion recent changes somehow will affect your gameplay, personally, your gameplay or gameplay of other people, or will change economy, no, it's still the same. I'm gonna give you, actually, it would be a problem if Albion would not be a sandbox mmorpg. It will be team pack mmorpg with this type of monetization that we have right now, but it will be a completely different game. Then yes, I would agree on 100% with you that it's a huge problem, and it is actually pay to win without full loot. Then yeah, it will be an issue in this case. Otherwise not. So yeah, that's what I think about monetization in Albion. That's what I think about pay to win and definition of pay to win. I do understand, guys, that if you think Albion is pay to win because you can just pay, but I do understand your point of view. Don't get me wrong, I do understand it, but I just do not accept it because we have different definitions of pay to win. And I don't know, I will not end the war between two group of players like this, like me and people who think that Albion is pay to win and any kind of monetization is pay to win, basically, which is the case if you believe that Albion is pay to win. Again, I will not end the war with this video, but at least you will be able to understand my perspective, what I think about monetization in general, because I do not consider any monetization as pay to win. You need to, and you cannot talk about all projects and apply the same definition of pay to win to any game. You need to take them individually. Like if we're talking about World of Warcraft, we talk about World of Warcraft monetization, Albion monetization, Albion monetization, Guild Wars 2 monetization, Guild Wars 2 monetization. You cannot apply the same definition of pay to win to each game. You need to take a look at individually. So when players know nothing about the game and they call some kind of monetization as pay to win, is bullshit. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but you cannot apply the same logic to each game blindly. You just cannot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something new, something fresh. And yeah, we will see each other tomorrow, probably on stream. We will see how it goes. I will try to turn on stream. We'll end maybe on my vacation a bit earlier. Love you all, and don't forget to press like button. And join our small community in Discord. We can discuss it there if you want. Link gonna be in description of this video. Love you all, guys, and see ya. Bye-bye.